Sauce on me. I got drip. Flood the wrist. It's homage to the.
Hey kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. It's the girl Aneke. How y'all doing or whatever? How y'all doing or whatever? Hey. Hey kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. It's the girl Aneke here on Aneke Budgets, and on here we do cash stuffing, budgeting, paying off our debt, and mind our business, not necessarily in them 4 orders. So if that is something that you're interested in, click that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, click the like button, child, and then leave your comments, which is your 2 cents, down below. And this is the calculator that's all up in the show. Okay, get into it. So it is super late, y'all. It's like almost midnight that I'm recording this video, but you know what? It is what it is. And so, yeah. But anyways, as you guys can see, we are about to do my first paycheck budget for April. I'm so glad I live alone. But anyways, y'all, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, y'all, so let's talk about it. Okay, so when I did my April budget, if you guys have not watched it, I will make sure that I link that video in here for you guys. But when I did my April 2024 budget, I made a promise that I was going to do the 70, 20, and 10% rule, which I found out from reading The Richest Man in Babylon, and that is 70% for housing costs, 20% towards debt, and then 10% towards paying towards savings. Okay, and so when I'd originally done this, I'd originally done it with these numbers, with my $4,403, which is my total that I would have on my April budget. And so this is what we're supposed to be working with, right? Cool. Then I was like, okay girl, no. So what I basically did is I took out my tithes out of that amount. And so I'm gonna bring in my side notebook real quick. I took out my tithes amount, which was, I believe, $152. And so that left me with 4,000. Let me zoom out in so y'all can see what's up. Okay, so if you are new here, this is basically a way to budget other than well, there's multiple ways how to budget, but this is a way how to budget, and this is how I'm budgeting all of my paychecks, right? But this overall is to help me with my numbers and make sure I'm still good. So I took out my tithes money, which was $152 out of that $4,403, and that left me with $4,251. Now I did say I was doing the 70, 20, 10% rule, but then I did the calculations of the numbers, and I was like, this is way too much money. I didn't even know that I made this much money, and I don't need to use this much money. So you know, I don't need to use this much money. I need to be better, do better. So I adjusted the numbers a little bit, and so I did 65% towards housing, which that is $2,763.15 off this $4,251, and then 25% of that $4,251 again is 10,000 child. Maybe it's because it's so late, but it's $1,062.75, and then I kept my savings at 10%, which is $425.10, right? Still came back to that 4,251, and so that's how we're gonna break it down. Then I had to figure out, girl, what is your debt, what is your savings, and what is your housing expenses? And so that child was a whole shenanigans. And so I found out what those were. Those were my car payments and my credit card, and then whatever extra payment I was supposed to make from that 10%. Again, as you guys can see, 25% up here is $1,062.75. That is for debts. And so between my car payment, which was $401, my credit card, which was $200, I would have a remaining of $461.75 extra payment that needed to be paid to either one of these, and that would equal my $1,062.75. Then I have my 10% for savings, which is $425.10, and your girl just, hey, $425. The 10 cents, you guys know how I feel about cents and whatever, and that is going to go to my sinking funds and my saving challenges. So that is the only amount of money that's supposed to be going there, child. So yeah, y'all, we might be having one sinking funds, saving challenges for the month, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Then I went down to, hey, what is my housing expenses? Again, we're working off of 65%. That is $2,763.15. Okay, sorry, right? And that includes my housing, my cash envelopes, y'all. Yes. It includes my cash envelopes. So I did a calculation, and my housing expenses, they were, I don't know why this is here, because this is the amount, which always throws me off if you don't know. But right now I've paid $1,866.70 in expenses. That is my rent, my internet, my HOA, all of those have been paid, which you guys are going to see in the budget. I'm just showing you guys how I'm breaking down these percentage. So $1,866.70 has been paid already. The two bills that I still have outstanding for housing is my water, which I'm budgeting $80 for, and my electricity, which I'm budgeting $130 for, which is about the estimate that works for both of those. And then I calculated $2,076.70, and so I have a remaining, I don't think that number is right because I should be off by a couple, so $2,763.15 minus $2,076.70. So yes, I have $686.45. So this number is wrong. So I have $686.45, and that will be for all things cash envelope. And let me put that over here. So this is all things cash envelope, and basically that is how we are breaking down my paycheck. My tithes will be paid, my housing expenses is 65%, savings is 10%, and debts is 25%. So all the things, y'all. So now I'm gonna move from this to my trusty dandy budget sheet, and we are going to go over everything, right? So in this paycheck for my bills account, I know, child, this is so much explanation, but I hope this is helping someone, and so it gives you guys insight. And I'm doing my budget different this time, so let's go all through it. So my bills account has its normal $2,900 that is delivered into it, baby. We love to see it, yay. And then my salary for this paycheck was $751, so a total amount of $2,900 plus $751 of $3,651 was delivered to my paycheck budget. Well, was my income source, so $3,651. Now down here under expenses, that is that, hey, housing costs that I showed you guys, which came up to that $1,866, and we're just gonna list all of them out. So the first one is my mortgage, which was $1,320. That's what I'm budgeting. My HOA was $50. Driven Elite was $25. Patreon is $17.50. Internet is $98.38. Pest control is $68.82. Is that what that is? I forgot. 60. Hold on, y'all. Let me verify. Yeah, buddy. Pest control is $68.82. Merrick is $200. Apple One and Apple Care. So Apple One is $18.18, and then Apple Care is $8.55. So that is $26.73. $26.73. And then water, like I said, I'm estimating water I'm estimating for $80. Electricity I'm estimating for $130. So both of those combined comes up to $210. And then ADT security, I have $60.27. So when you do the full calculation of all of these, y'all, when you do the full calculations of all of these, that is that total amount that comes up to $2,076.70. Okay, those are all my bills. Let me show you guys if you want a thingamajiggy. If you want to see it on the calculator, plus 1750 plus 98.38 plus 68.82 plus 200 plus 2673 plus 210 plus 60.27. So here you go, $2,076.70, $2,076.70, right? Now, normally I would tell you guys that, hey, everything that's in my expense account only comes from my bills account. That is not how we're doing it this month. We are using this paycheck budget the normal way, how it would be normally used. Any expenses that you're paying with this paycheck, you are taking off of this paycheck. So I know we are switching it up, but we are, you know, going in a different direction for the month of April because we're trying something new while trying to stay in budget and all the good things. And majority of these either come out the first like 3 days of the month, or I can pay on my credit card earlier. And so that's why these are all here, because I can just get them out the way, then paid, and I'm good. Right? So that would mean now that this has a remaining from this total amount of $3,651. Ooh, $3,651 minus this $2,076.70. Right? So that leaves us with a remainder of $1,574.30. Okay? So two things that I want you guys to remember is that, one, I have a saving of $425, which is gonna be being put in my sinking fund. So that's what I can put between sinking funds and saving challenges. So between these two, $465. And then I also have this debt payment and credit card payment of $601, which is, as you guys can see here, Navy Federal credit card and car payment, which I moved here. And then I do have an extra $461 that I can pay towards my credit card, but I don't believe we're going to be doing that on this paycheck. So the first thing we're going to do though is this additional debt, so we can have that out the way. So let me take off this real quick. Okay. So my Navy Federal credit card is getting $200. That is what we are budgeting. And then my car payment is getting $401. Okay. So when I subtract $1,574.30 minus, sorry, what is this, 200 plus 401, we have $601 between our car payment and our credit card. So that's $601. That's right there. Right now, because we have skipped the cash envelopes and we have skipped the sinking funds, because this is all the way down here, we're gonna do $1,574.30, and we're gonna subtract that $601, which is already here in the additional debt. And so we won't be going over when we go through all the other boxes, my cash envelopes and my sinking funds. The next thing that we're going to do for these two sections, my sinking funds and my additional savings, is that we're going to subtract $425, because that's how much we know that I have to save in total at a minimum for savings. So we're going to subtract $425 from this $973.30. This $973.30 that's left, to make sure that whatever I put in my cash envelopes is a good amount, right? So we're going to subtract that, and that's going to leave us with $548.30 right here. And then the last thing that I need to subtract is $76 right here, and that $76 is for my tithes, which is my 10%. Remember when I was like, hey, this is not $4,403 anymore, it's $4,251. That is because I took out the $152 that I would normally put towards tithes. I removed that. So we're gonna put that $76 right there under tithes, which is still under my cash envelopes. So that means I have $472.30 remaining, which I can put in my cash envelope. And I still have a remaining balance of $686.45 for housing expenses, which that is the amount remaining for cash envelopes. And I'm only going to be using what? $472.30 right now. So we are doing really good. We're doing really good, y'all. Oh, my thing got stuck. Moringa stuff. So now I just need to break up $472.30 between my groceries, gas allowance, household toiletries, and hair care. And remember, this is $472.30 of $686.45, which means that I am now inputting majority of my cash envelope money that I have available, of that 25% of my total budget, on this paycheck alone. So $686.45 minus this $472.30, which means on my next paycheck that I get, $214.15 is the only amount that I have available to put into my cash envelope. So I need to make wise decisions, put money in the right cash envelopes, and then process good. I know some of y'all be like, girl, that's way too much, just do it basic. And I was like, you know, I could do that, but I'm really trying to stick to this 65-25-10 plan. And like I said, I realized I got way too much money, which I'm not allocating correctly. And I love my sinking funds, I love my cash envelopes, I love all the things, but your girl has way too much debt, and yeah, need to get rid of it. So yes, ma'am. So $472 is what we're allocating. So I want to allocate for basically about 3 weeks. So the first 3 weeks in April. So normally I do $150 for groceries. Why don't we start with hair care? Let's start with hair care. Let's do just, what's it, $472? Let's do $42 in hair care. I think that's good, because that would take care of the $2. So $472 minus $42 from hair care. So now we have $430 to work with. My toiletries, I feel like, is a $30 because I do need to buy a couple of things. So minus $30 for toiletries, so that leaves me with $400. My household, I'm not too sure what I need for my household, y'all. I'm just going to be completely fair. Not too sure what I need for my household because I am leaving, as you guys know. Your girl is moving, as you guys know. So I don't, but I'm gonna do $40 just because. So minus 40, and so that's gonna leave me with $360. Gas for 3 weeks. I need gas for 3 weeks. I want to do $120 towards gas, right? So minus 120. I want to do $210 towards groceries. And then I'm going to do $30 towards allowance. Okay? So I hope that made sense to you guys. That's how I basically thought about stuff, because I have 3 weeks for this money to work with. Normally I give myself $150 for 2 weeks. I gave myself an extra $60 for that 3rd week. So yeah, y'all, but my tithe is good. My groceries, gas allowance, household toiletries, and hair care, all basically for almost the entire month. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the calculation of what this is. So this is 76 plus 210 plus 120 plus 30 plus 40 plus 30 plus 42, and that equals $548. So $548. Okay, so it's a total of $548. Okay, so what is $1,574.30 minus $548? That is $1,026.30. So $1,026.30. All right, so minus 601 equals 425, which is what we're going to be using between our sinking funds and our saving challenges. So yeah, it might seem like a lot, but you know, it makes sense. That's why I explain all of these things to you guys, so you can understand them. All right, okay, so now we have $425.30 going on here, okay? And we are dividing up between our sinking funds and our additional savings, which is our 1 month ahead and our saving challenges. So like I said, we're probably only stuffing sinking funds and additional savings for one paycheck. So hey, make sure that we're dividing up correctly. You feel me? All right, so my emergency fund is really important to me right now. The next thing that's of importance is my home maintenance, my car maintenance, my travel, and my birthday. Everybody else, car insurance, family birthday, clothing, and family visits is a whatever to me. Emergency fund. So I want to put $125 towards emergency fund just because, hey, when life happens, she's that girl. So $125 is going towards emergency fund, and I think I'm putting this much towards it because it can fall for any of the other ones. It is like a different funding, but it falls literally. If anything happened and these can't cover it, then where do you think I'm gonna go? Hello? So that is my emergency fund of $125. My home maintenance. So let's subtract. Actually, let's do $125.30, child. Yep. Let's put that 30 cents in there. We'll put it in the savings. So let's do $425.30 minus $125.30. And so we have $300 flat to work with between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Between 8 envelopes. I do want to put about $75 towards travel simply because my birthday is coming up and I'm traveling for 2 times, y'all. I'm traveling for my birthday and for my mama's birthday. So minus $75 for travel. Home maintenance, we're going to give it $50. Car maintenance, we're going to give it $50. So minus $50 for home maintenance, minus $50 for car maintenance. So now I have $125 to split between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, between 5 sinking funds. So family visits, I'm gonna do $40, and the reason I'm doing $40 is because I do have to drive home and drive back, y'all. So $40 for family visits, right? So that leaves me with $85 for car insurance. I'm gonna put $15. For my birthday, I'm gonna put $50. And then family birthday, I'm gonna put $10. And my birthday, I'm gonna put clothing, I'm gonna put $10. I know I said my birthday. So minus $10 for family birthday and minus $10 for clothing. So that equals 0. So this should equal to $425.30. So this is 125.30 plus 50 plus 50 plus 15 plus 75 plus 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 40. $425.30. Okay, so my total, like I said, is $425.30, and that will come the remaining from this $1,026.30 minus, sorry, $1,026.30 minus my $425.30. I didn't put nothing towards saving challenges or 1 month ahead. I just realized that. Left me with $601.00. I already made the decision. You know, so there's nothing going to 1 month ahead, nothing going towards saving challenges. My total amount for this is $0.00. So that leaves me with a remaining of $601. Again, we paid for our Navy Federal credit card and our car payment on this one. So, and that came up to $601. So that's a remaining of 0 monies right there, okay? So let's go to our income source. Our income source was $3,600 $651. We had expenses of $2,076.70. We have cash envelopes of $548. We had sinking funds of $425.30. And then we had additional savings of $0.00. Additional debt of $601. And let's do a quick calculation. 3651.30. Wait, no, 3651. Sorry. Minus 2076.70 minus 548 minus 425.30 minus 601. And that is 0 in itself. So that is everything, y'all. That is how we are doing our 1 April budget. I know this was a long one. I hope this explanation helped anyone who was new, anyone who's trying to find something that works for them. Like I said, normally I don't do my budget like this where I do a zero-based budget, but today given zero-based budget energy, and we are using that 70-20-10% rule, but in my case that's 65-25-10% rule. So all those things, guys. A lot of talking. Woo, child, it is late. It is 12:04 in the morning, baby. Okay, get into it. But you know what? I hope this helps somebody. I hope this provides clarity and gave you guys insight of how to manage your money and funds, because I started doing it my own way and I was like, yeah, the old trick ain't gonna work. You need to adjust and pivot and make better decisions, okay? So that's where, you know, I wrote it all out so you guys can see how I do my calculations, so you know on here, so you guys can be familiar, and when you're doing your calculations you can see all the things. But I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave your 2 cents, your comment, and turn your notifications on, because what is about to be lit all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Not really. We will be posting a video here on the use of 2, so I hope you guys are enjoying all the good things. Okay, now without further ado, your girl's about to head to bed, okay? Because hello. And as always, at the end of every video, like I said, I hope you guys ate, whether that is physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. I hope you ate good. Bust down steaks, okay? Do you boo filet mignon, okay? Get into it. So anyways, y'all, my name's Aneke. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow for the cash stuffing, baby, because we're about to do what? Cash stuff a lot of money. Cash stuff a lot of money. Money. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
How you wanna do it? How you wanna get it? I'm out that, out of my mind. Can't even talk, can't even walk. Bad little thing.